Oh, hey YouTubers, what is going on? It is your boy once again, RKO2582, here to give a video response to my girl Jerichoholic 316, her favorite five wrestlers, or in Booker T's words, the Fave Five, dog. And let's not waste any time and get my list underway. Alright, we kick off the list at number 5 with my boy, boom, 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 Kofi Kingston. And what can I tell you about Kofi Kingston that hasn't already been said? Alright, with me on Kofi Kingston, I enjoy his in-ring skill, his high-flying skills, and his energetic and charismatic personality. And I know most people nowadays are like, oh, Kofi Kingston, he's just so-and-so. But I don't care. I'm still going to be the huge Kofi fan I was since day one. And I'm praying one of these days, he needs to push that boy, man. They need to push him, and I hate how they're underutilizing him right now. But, but, well, I'm gonna try to make the best of it, because recently him and Bourne have been a good tag team. So I'm hoping him and Bourne become the next WWE Tag Team Champion and take them belts off of awful McGillicuddy and Otunga. Once again, back to Kofi Kingston. I even watched like a match between him and T.J. Wilson, or as you know him as Tyson Kidd, back in the days of the Deep South Wrestling, and their match was really good, and it was very amazing and stuff, and that's when I knew I was a Kofi Kingston from here on out. So once again, number 5, Kofi Kingston. All right, number 4 on the list is the funniest psycho right now in WWE, and along with the funniest heel, R-Truth. I'm a good R-Truth. And with the, I don't like spiders, man. I don't like heights. Like, stop one knee! I'm like, God, I'm going crazy like R-Truth. Alright, anyways, with R-Truth, yeah, what can I tell you about R-Truth? I was a huge fan of him before his epic heel turn earlier this year. I followed him, from the Attitude Era, when he was K-Quick, get rowdy. And then he went on to TNA with as Ron the Truth Killings, and then he came back, but this time with a new name, R-Truth. Yeah, and I like his pizzazz in the ring, and I like he's very athletic, and then I like his move the when he does a boosh lie detector. It's a epic sick move, and then recently with his heel turn this year, he was he was all saying, I know, all saying the little Jimmys and the little Jennies. And yeah, it's like he became more entertained than he ever was. It was just amazing. It's like he went from jobber to main event at this past Capital Punishment or this summer and stuff. It was pretty cool to see that. I was like, finally, Archer's getting a push. And I hopefully one of these days he'll be world champion. I hope that happens. I really want him to be a champion soon rather than later. So once again, number 4, R2. All right, number 3 on the list is, you know him, you love him, you hate him, John Cena. And John Cena, I told people this, John Cena's still my boy, my homie, my dog. And after this past Monday night, after the epic promo he gave on WWE, he's a freaking G. And I know most people, still love John Cena, and there's most people who still hate his guts, and with the chant that he's pretty much gonna hear for the rest of his life with the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." And yeah, it's just I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's like, why are you still like John Cena? With me, I've been a John Cena fan since day one, even from his rookie year. So it's just like I've been a fan of his passion, his determination, his love for the business, and I like what he stands for. With the hustle, loyalty, respect, word life, and then of course his currency with that approved. And yeah, it's just I know I like him basic thugonomics, and of course what he is right now. I kind of wish he would go heel, but I've been impressed with Cena these past few weeks. Ever since Money in the Bank, he had like a fire lit under his ass with both in the ring and mic work, and he just keeps getting better each week. I know, so I'm very happy about that. I'm very proud of Cena. So that just makes me like him even more than I already have. So once again, number 3, John Cena. Alright, we get on to number 2 on the countdown with the Cult of Personality, CM Punk. And it's just, yeah, with CM Punk, I've always been a huge fan of this dude ever since day one, even back with ECW and stuff. And his match was just incredible, which is underrated, by the way. I just knew from then on I was going to be a huge fan. I knew this dude was going to be a star. And as you know, and then later on he won the ECW title. Then afterwards he's a first time, 2-time back-to-back Money in the Bank winner. And he won 3 world titles. And he recently, finally, this past Money in the Bank, finally won a WWE title. This bad boy right here. Yep, and he just it was just epic, and in that rant promo, I've seen that so many freaking times, along with his other stuff. It's like ever since that rant he gave this past summer, it's just like he just took off and he went on to a higher level. And so, and I need to get his shirt too. I know that most of my friends here in the YWC is starting to get that Punk shirt, and I'm seeing like now when I watch Raw and stuff, I'm starting to see a wave of Punk tees instead of the usual Cena tees you usually see. And I want that shirt so bad. That shirt is selling like hotcakes right now. There was even people on eBay bidding that thing for almost like $500. I'm dead serious. It's insane. It's just crazy. Anyways, that was my boy once again. Number 2, CM Punk, and we get on to number 1 on the countdown. My boy, Captain Charisma, your former World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, damn you, Ward. Christian. And with Christian, what can I say about this man? This man I was a fan of during the EC days, you know, the Attitude Era. And with the benefit of those, the flash photography. Yeah. And it's just, and then afterwards, the only time I hate Chris is when he turned on Edge after, you know, he won King of the Ring, which I totally remember that moment like yesterday when he first turned on him, and then I kind of sort of hated him throughout his tenure up to 2005 after, you know, the whole rivalry between him and TNA. When he went to TNA, he really opened my eyes and showed me how good he can become, and from there on I was a renewed Pete, you could say. And then when he came back in 2009 WWE, he was blazing, man. He made ECW watchable until its demise, and then he went on to you know, Raw for a bit, and then he went to SmackDown. SmackDown, and of course ever since, you know, recently with Edge sadly retiring, he stepped up to the plate. He can make a good match out of anyone. He bring out even Mark Henry, you know I hate him, but yeah, he'll make a good match out of anyone. And I was very happy with Extreme Rules this year, which was a feel good moment to me in his career. Finally winning the World Heavyweight Championship, even though afterwards he lost it in 2 days, which I was very upset, just like any other Pete fan out there. And then of course Money in the Bank, I was very happy he won again. You know, it's under disqualification. And then recently, you know, SummerSlam, Orton won it back from. And from looks of it, I don't think Chris is gonna get another world title shot because we know we're getting tired of Orton, Christian, you know. But one of these days, he'll get back up there. I hope. Hopefully he'll be world champions again this time someday. But this time longer than his first 2 reigns put together. But I will say his second reign was a little bit better than his first reign. At least he got to held it longer than just less than a week. At least he held it for almost a month. I'll take that over 2 days any day. You feel me? Alright, that was it. My boy, once again, Captain Charisma, Christian. Can't wait to see him tonight on SmackDown. Hopefully. Alright, anyways, that was my Fave 5 dog. And one more thing with Jericho 316. Hey girl, how you doing? Little CM Punk plug like for you. Alright, go up to the description box and subscribe to my girl Jericho 316. She's very cool, and I have huge respect for her. And if you haven't subbed to her, you need to sub to her on the double. You feel me? Alright, anyways, this is your boy once again, RKO 2582, sign off. Peace.